This week on FNAF Unsolved, we take a look at the unsolved mystery of the murder at Circus Baby's Pizza World, an abandoned location connected to the world of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza and the suspicious doings of William Afton. Welcome to Season 2 of FNAF Unsolved. It's all new and improved around here. Firstly, I'd like to welcome this week's special guest, joining me over the interwebs during this fantastic time. Welcome, Tia.
Hello.
Hello. So how much do you know about Five Nights at Freddy's?
Nothing. I was kind of dragged here against my own will.
Yeah, let's not talk about that. For any new viewers, remember that we now have our own website that you can go to with the link in the description. It shows you my uploads, information about each character, and a place where you can take part in my very own FNAF quiz.
Oh, that's nice.
But first, who won the first FNAF quiz, you may be asking? Well, here are the results. In third place, can we have a drum roll here? Can we have a drum roll?
One sec.
That's pathetic. In third place, with 8 points, we have Ryan Enjoys Gaming. In second place, with a fine 9 points, we have 𝓑𝓮𝓫𝓮𝓸𝓽. And finally, in first place, with a terrific 10 points, and earning a huge shout out and so much love in the comments, is Finisterre. Good job to you and the runners up. Make sure you all take place in this week's quiz by getting involved in the description below.
So, are we going to start or what?
Yeah, we are. Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, a chain of pizzerias across the United States that had been open at one time and closed at another. At least 6 children were murdered inside and outside the buildings, their souls melded into remnant, a material that brings the animatronics to life at night. But today, we focus not on Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, but on Circus Baby's Pizza World. You may not have heard of this location before. That is because it was shut down almost the moment that it was opened. Meet William Afton, founder of Afton Robotics and co-founder of Fazbear Entertainment. He was a businessman, but he had a passion for making animatronic robots. Or did he? Okay, Tia, I'm going to send you a picture of these animatronics that we're talking about. Bearing in mind that these were made for kids, what would you rate them out of 10?
What do you mean rate them out of 10?
Do they look entertaining or?
No, they look hella scary. If I was a child, I wouldn't want to go near them.
Okay, fair enough. It's kind of ironic because they are called the Funtime animatronics. It's like calling a Teletubby Godzilla, you know?
Oh yeah, okay. Imagine a Teletubby as a gorilla.
These animatronics weren't just created for entertainment purposes, however. They were built to kill. Upon finding Afton's blueprints for the Funtime animatronics, it was discovered that his intention in making them was solely to kill and capture children. The robots had luring devices that would supposedly find children, gain their trust, and lure them in before killing them, much like Afton would do in his Spring Bonnie costume.
This guy went through so much just to kill kids. Like, I've never killed a kid before, but I can't imagine it being any harder than a Home Alone trial.
No, actually you're right. Remember, we are in the 1980s though.
So what? You're telling me it's the 80s and there's these complicated robots around that automatically kids
Well,
you?
I don't know. It's a good point, but in this universe things are different. Technology is very ahead. They don't use guillotines to chop off heads of the evil anymore.
That was in the 18th century.
Oh, shut up. The blueprints also displayed a storage tank. A storage tank for what? Children? Well, Afton did plot a child inside of Freddy's belly and made the robot so big as to be able to fit a child inside of it. But why was he doing this? What was his real plan here? In the 1980s, Circus Baby's Pizza World opened its doors, but not for very long. Believe it or not, yet another incident happened at this location, but it wasn't as Afton had planned. Afton has a daughter, Elizabeth Afton, who is present this day, and you guessed it, Afton's plan had backfired, killing his own daughter. The establishment was shut down, and Afton tried to cover it up by saying there were leaks. But we all know what happened. We just don't know why it happened.
We also don't know how it happened.
We do, but I'm just getting onto that.
Oh.
When Circus Baby's Pizza World was shut down, Circus Baby's Entertainment and Rental was opened, which is an underground facility storing the animatronics. It hides a lot of secrets, which we were lucky enough to find out through a night guard who worked there called Michael. He said that when he felt he was being attacked by savage animatronics, he could hear the voice of Circus Baby, the star of the show. She told him a story.
Did you know that I was on stage once? It wasn't for very long, only one day. What a wonderful day, though. I was in a small room with balloons and a few tables. No one sat at the tables, though, but children would run in and out. Some were afraid of me, others enjoyed my songs. Music was always coming from somewhere else, down a hall. I would always count the children. I'm not sure why. I was always acutely aware of how many there were in the room with me. 2, then 3, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 2, then none. They usually played together in groups of 2 or 3. I was covered in glitter. I smelled like birthday cake. There were 2, then 3, then 5, then 4. I can do something special. Did you know that? I can make ice cream. Although I only did it once. There were 4, then 3, then 2, then 1. Something happened when there was 1. A little girl standing by herself. I was no longer myself, and I stopped singing. My stomach opened, and there was ice cream. I couldn't move, at least, not until she stepped closer. There was screaming for a moment, but only for a moment. Then other children rushed in again, but they couldn't hear her over the sounds of their own excitement. I still hear her sometimes. Why did that happen?
Sounds to me like a shitty ice cream van.
Well, I mean, she was. Can you imagine, like, an ice cream guy counting all the children in the neighborhood, you know? There were 2, then 3, then 5, then none.
And when there was 1, I stopped, and there was ice cream.
And then there was screaming for a moment.
But only for a moment.
But why did that happen? This story perfectly corresponds to security footage on the scene that shows a shocking side to the story. Circus Baby lures Elizabeth in with the ice cream before a claw fires out of her stomach, eating her alive. Afton's daughter now lays dead in the hands of Circus Baby. So, as someone who has never had any experience with a FNAF story before, how are you finding it?
A girl just got eaten by a clown. How do you think I feel? This is really gruesome, and I can't believe you like this stuff.
Hey, I'm not a fan of robots eating children, but it's probably what they deserved.
What the fuck?
This is what Afton wanted, an easy way to capture children so he could put their souls in his animatronics. But he didn't want it to happen to his own daughter. So why did this happen, and what is the full story to this incident? To find out, we will have to look at some of the theories. The first theory shows off Elizabeth's true innocence and helps to explain how children were truly lured. The Funtime animatronics have highly developed skeletons and contain many different devices as shown in the blueprints, but what isn't mentioned are the 2 major devices that would have helped Baby in her quest. So Tia, I'm interested. Do girls always look at each other and think, oh, that person is so pretty?
Yeah, I think most girls do that.
Okay, and would you rather hang out with prettier people, or do you just not care?
I don't care why.
Well, when you look at Baby, the redhead with the pigtails, do you think she's pretty, and would you want to be friends with her?
No. She's ugly.
Do you think if she magically turned into a human with the same kind of features, she would be pretty?
She probably could be.
Okay. Well, this story gets even crazier when you find out that when you look at her, her appearance changes.
Okay.
Well, you know, like how Medusa turns you into stone when you look at her eyes? It's a bit like that.
It's nothing like that.
Funtime animatronics have small discs inside of them that have a huge range. When humans are in this range, they start to hallucinate and see the animatronics as prettier than they actually are. Voice recordings of Elizabeth tell us that she found her very pretty and shiny.
Daddy, why won't you let me play with her? Daddy, you let the other children go see her. Why won't you let me go? Daddy, just once let me go play with her. She's so pretty and shiny. Didn't you make her just for me? Daddy, she can make balloons. Have you seen her make balloons? Oh, Daddy, let me go to her. Daddy isn't watching. Don't tell Daddy that I'm here. I wanted to watch your show too. I don't know why he won't let me come see you. You're wonderful. Where did the other children go?
But I don't think anyone would think the same if you saw this monster of a robot. Secondly, Baby has strange pins sticking out of her body. These pins are able to transform her into a humanoid robot, making her appearance seem friendly and ultimately luring children in for her to devour. The second theory suggests the character of Elizabeth Afton. In Afton's home, she has a strange room, one with a flower painting, a lamp, a pink bed, and a mangle on the floor. What's that doing there? Not much is known about the character, except she is very young and has green eyes. It may not seem like great information at first, until you find out that Baby doesn't get her green eyes until devouring Elizabeth. What this means is that, like all of the other children who have been murdered and reborn as animatronics, Elizabeth is now held in Baby, controlling her and looking for revenge against her father, William Afton, the murderer. I want you to know what you think of the story. Do you think it's plausible that children's souls possess robots that try to kill people?
Not in real life.
Why not?
I mean, I don't think it's ever happened before.
Do you believe in human souls?
Not to this extent.
Not to this extent. Fair enough. Elizabeth Afton had a terrible fate, and although William has many regrets, it doesn't stop him from his psychopathic ways. Unfortunately, with limited information on his daughter, the strange mangle in her room, and the world of Funtime animatronics, this case remains unsolved. I just want to end this with a very non-famous argument that my girlfriend has right now. Tia, do you want to tell everyone about your dilemma?
Well, firstly, it is pretty famous to say I've got 4 my poll. You eat Happy Hippos from top, and then the insides, and then the bottom, and no one believes me.
No, you don't.
Yes.
It's literally on the packaging. You eat the head, and then the body, and then the face.
Well, it's not the correct way. It tastes better the way I eat it.
No, it doesn't. It tastes better when you have everything together. That's like eating a sandwich by eating the bread first and then the cheese in the middle, or whatever you have in the middle, and then eating the bread on the bottom.
I mean, it's not like that because it's not a sandwich, is it?
Okay, well, hopefully you enjoyed the first episode of the new season. Tell me what you like.
Me?
Tell me what you didn't like.
You?
And finally, tell me your theories in the comments below. Congratulations again to Finisterre, and remember to compete in this week's FNAF quiz on my website in the description below.
If I win, can you give me a tenner?
I'll give you all of my money if you win a competition about a thing you don't know anything about.
That's like £20. I'm alright with that.
There we go. Apparently I have no money, but I've been Owen.
I've been Tia.
And this was FNAF Unsolved. See ya! Previously on FNAF Unsolved. June 26th of an unknown year, 5 children suddenly vanish at the same location, Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Freddy's has a lot more history than you think. Before Freddy Fazbear's Pizza was Fredbear's Family Diner, a small girl named Charlotte was said to have been last seen outside of the establishment crying before her mysterious death a few meters away. Circus Baby lures Elizabeth in with the ice cream before a claw fires out of her stomach, eating her alive. Remnant. It's something that William Afton worked extremely hard on. The thing that makes the animatronics more lifelike. The thing that powers animatronics at night. The thing that makes them go savage. But to understand what Remnant truly is, we have to look at the workings of Afton Robotics. This week, on FNAF Unsolved, we search far and wide for the true, lost identity of Michael Afton, William's missing son, and also the missing, rejected Funtime animatronic that changed the story for eternity. Welcome back to FNAF Unsolved. Hopefully you enjoyed the first episode of the season, featuring Tia, who knew nothing about the games. This week, however, we are being joined by the one, the only, Warlord Suspect.
Hi, or something.
Okay, the viewer's got no context, but I told him to say hi or something.
Yeah.
So, from my understanding, you've been very in and out of the FNAF franchise, right?
Yeah, I guess. I got kind of fed up with getting nowhere in the lore and just too much information. And yeah, but I think I'm back now. What's so funny?
I always come back. Anyway, you know what else is back?
No.
It was a rhetorical question. The FNAF quiz is back, and I'm here to tell you the results from Ozone's second FNAF quiz. Here goes. So, we've actually got a 3-way tie for second and a 2-way tie for first. In second place, with 7 points each, is the following: Inky Ink, Daniel, and Lord Cringe. And the winners, with 8 points, are...
Just imagine I'm doing the drum roll.
I can't tell it. The drum rolls get worse every episode. The winners are Minister Pancakes and the Robot 13. I know you're both on the Discord, which, by the way, you can join in the description below. Congrats on the runners-up, and remember, you can check out my weekly quiz on the website below.
By the way,
Yeah.
how did I do?
Oh, shit. William Afton, founder of Afton Robotics and co-founder of Fazbear Entertainment. He experimented with Remnant, children's souls, and animatronics that were designed to kill. However, aside from his mental problems, he is a family guy. With an unknown partner, Afton has 3 children. Firstly, the crying child. This kid, that always appears to be upset about something, was the victim to Fredbear in 1983. What we don't know is whether his soul now possesses an animatronic.
You said next to nothing, and it feels like I'm getting some sort of FNAF PTSD.
Why does that sound like the title of a game? FNAF PTSD.
Yeah, seriously though, but the memories are all like flooding back now.
Yeah, ooh, happy memories or sad, little depressing memories of FNAF lore and theories going back and forth.
Yeah, that one.
Afton's eldest child, the Foxy Masked Bully, was the one responsible for the bite of 83. He has an adoration for the Foxy animatronic, always traumatizing his brother, making him jump. And finally, his only daughter, Elizabeth Afton, who was unfortunate enough to be slaughtered by Circus Baby, a creation of Afton Robotics. So we have the Aftons, a small family of 4, with 2 innocent children and 2 murderers. Today, we're going to focus on the lost identity of Michael Afton. Perhaps he was an untold child in the family, or perhaps he was one of the boys. Michael Afton plays a huge part in the story of Freddy's. He was the one to discover the secrets of Circus Baby's entertainment and rentals and find his sister. But not exactly everything went to plan. Within the depths of Afton's secret facility was a small room called the Scooping Room. If you remember, the Scooper was a machine that injected Remnant into a metallic body. But Michael went too far.
When you hear this Cooper, right, you'd expect it to be like an automatic ice cream vendor or something.
Yeah, or like a digger or something.
Yeah, he could have called it something cooler, like the Injector or something.
Yeah, the Remnant Device Mark 2000.
It's a bit clickbait, if you ask me.
Whilst Michael was working in the establishment, there was one entity present that never caught Michael's sight. They called him 𝓛𝓮𝓪𝓿𝓮, an amalgamation of all other Phantom animatronics, built out of wires, a strange wall mask, and parts of each robot, including the eyes. He tricked Michael into believing he was his sister before scooping him, injecting remnant into his body before falling unconscious. It's when he woke up, he realised that things weren't natural. He felt more robotic, more sturdy every day, until one day it all came out, and what was left of Michael was his rotting, purple body.
You won't die, you won't die, you won't die.
How does one even become purple?
Well, purple is a mix of red and blue, so...
Yeah, well, that explains it.
Well, what explanation do you have?
Well, I guess he's just...
No.
What was released from his body was 𝓛𝓮𝓪𝓿𝓮, a monster trying to disguise himself as a human, living up to William Afton's dream of realistic animatronics.
If he wanted to make his robot creations more realistic, he could have just made his code better or gone to college for robotics or something.
It's true. It's like trying to learn French in Germany. This, however, is the last we heard of the name Michael Afton. From there, he most likely changed his name to cover himself. He couldn't have passed away because the effects of the remnant inside of his body made him stronger and debatably immortal. However, who truly is the identity of Michael Afton? Is he actually another child with no family records, or could he be the name behind the crying child or the foxy masked brother? To ensure this case is not biased, we will give you both theories with evidence and points contradicting them. It is your job in the comments to suggest your theories and discuss this matter. Theory number 1 places Michael Afton in the hands of the crying child. We found a logbook of Michael Afton's that was written years after the incident. This shows he is still alive. However, he drew nightmarish animatronics that Crying Child is the only one to have seen around the Bite of 83. The theory implies that he survived the Bite of 83, and it's possible he was put back together by his father using his own remnant. However, this is where the bigger theory about this big theory comes in. It's possible that not only was the Foxy brother responsible and the Crying Child the victim for the Bite of 83, but that they were also that for the Bite of 87.
Whoa. So you mean the brother tried to kill him twice?
Yeah, I mean, he was a bully. He was also an edgy teenager. Were you one of those edgy teens?
Well, I wanted to become one, but no. What about you?
Nah, I was just a nerd. Just a nerd. Firstly, Foxy was the brother's favourite of the bunch. This is the same as Phone Guy, so it's possible that they are actually the same person. In one location, we find out that his name is Fritz Smith, and he takes over Jeremy Fitzgerald's night shift the day of the Bite of 87. If Michael changed his name to Jeremy, maybe his brother was trying to lead him into a trap that would finally lead him to his death. However, he is immortal, so it doesn't work, and Fritz could be framed for not only trying to murder his brother once, but twice. There are still a few things that don't quite add up. What kind of person would the older brother have to be to attempt murder to his brother twice? All he does is torment him. Is it really plausible that the foxy-headed bully would try and bully to his death? Also, it is known that Fritz Smith got fired for tampering with the animatronics and odor, just as we heard Mike Schmidt did in the other location. But if they were truly the same people, it wouldn't make sense, because 𝓑𝓮𝓬𝓸𝓶𝓮 would be talking to himself at night. Finally, it's hard to believe that a small child survived the bite of 83 in the first place. There's a recording of his flatline, so in order for this theory to be correct, he would have had to come back to life, and that is nearly impossible. I'm curious, in what way would you want to die the most? Do you think it'd be quick and harmless, or slow and painful?
Probably quick and harmless.
Yeah? In what kind of way would you want to die?
Yeah, I would say by a scooper. Yeah, that's quick and harmless.
I don't know if I would want to die in like the best manner, or in a really stupid funny way. I'm thinking maybe I could walk off the edge of the world.
The world isn't flat, you dumbo.
Explain Minecraft then, you dumbo. The other explanation for the identity of Michael Afton is if he was instead the foxy masked brother. Michael could have also been Mike Schmidt, who sees various hallucinations of Golden Freddy, matched with the words, "It's me." If the crying child died and possessed Fredbear, who becomes Golden Freddy, the words, "It's me," make sense, as it would be his murdered brother getting his own back. Also, in the survival logbook mentioned earlier, Michael has written down that a child has tripped and fell on Freddy's teeth. It wasn't our fault. Our being the group of bullies who witnessed the bite of 83 defending themselves. That includes Michael. However, one big problem with this theory is the fact that Cassidy, one of the missing children, is the soul inside of Golden Freddy. So it doesn't make sense that both of them would take the same animatronic. It's one or the other. Is it William Afton versus his cursed eldest son? Or is it Afton trying to protect himself from the son that was battered by his inventions? With two brothers, a missing mother, and a missing identity of Michael Afton, this case remains unsolved. I guess you could say this is the part where we promote your channel.
It's fine, it's fine.
Or we could just end it off here. Thank you for watching. No, I'm joking. Go ahead. Do a speech or something.
Yeah, I would like to give a shout out, not to myself, but to Jenny, who was like the first heiress to point out the correct spelling of Michael. Well, yeah, like we were stupid enough to assume that it's Micheal, but it's Ael. So yeah, shout out to Jenny for a huge contribution in the Michael thing.
What? Shout out to Jenny for being wrong.
No, she was right? Like, she was the one who pointed out you had
Oh,
the wrong way.
you were wrong, and then
Yeah,
okay.
so she was right. Yeah, that's it, I guess.
So that's how you're promoting your channel. I was wrong and somebody else was right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm so confused.
So am I. I don't know. I don't have a speech prepared or something, so I just thought I just added the.
Anyway, you can check out Warlord in the description below. I know you said you're coming back to FNAF.
Yep.
You always come back.
Always.
You're gonna start doing some videos soon.
Yep.
So yeah.
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 Previously on FNAF Unsolved, 5 children suddenly
A
vanished.
small child was thrown into the mouth
A
of the
small
star
girl named
animatronic.
Charlotte crying before her
Afton's
mysterious
plan
death
had
backfired, killing
There was
his
one
own
similarity
daughter. Between all the children, however. They had all visited and gone missing at the same location, and
Freddy
co-founder
Fazbear's
of Fazbear Entertainment. He experimented with remnant, children's souls, and animatronics that were designed to kill. This week on FNAF Unsolved, we take a step forward in time to the end of the murderer, William Afton, and the fire that freed the souls of all of the dead children. This is the end. Or is it? Hello and welcome back to FNAF Unsolved. This is episode 8. Can you believe it? Anyway, today we are being joined by FNAF theorist, web designer, and underrated YouTuber, Welcome _.
Hi, it's me.
Now before we start, I have something to ask you. It's embarrassing.
Go ahead.
We've never really been on a voice chat before, so I've never had to ask whether your name is underscore or underscore score.
Oh, no, it's just underscore.
Good to know. It confused me at first. I was like, yeah. Anyway, you've got your own FNAF website, haven't you?
Yeah, I like to call it the rabbit hole, and you can find it at the FNAFrabbithole.com. I designed it all, and it's got timelines, theories, and it can be your main portal to all FNAF resources. Well, I should probably update it every once in a while.
I will say it looks fantastic, and I wish I had those kinds of skills. Unfortunately, I've only got a sad Google site for all your FNAF Unsolved needs. It's got character profiles, updates, and of course, the weekly FNAF quiz. I'm here to announce another winner. Here we go. In third place is Pat. In second place is 𝓑𝓮𝓬𝓸𝓶𝓮. The winner of the third FNAF quiz is... Drumroll please. Are you gonna do a drum roll?
I thought I did. I did do a drum roll.
Oh my! I couldn't hear it at first. Oh god, how do the drum rolls keep getting worse? The winner of the third FNAF quiz is Benjamin Jones. Congratulations, can we show them some love in the comments below? Anyway, let's begin today's exciting video. 2023. Freddy Fazbear's Pizza is no more. The places were closed and abandoned for decades. No more Freddy Fazbear. No more purple guys. It's the end of the story. Well, not exactly. In this universe exists a power, an energy source that powers living creatures. This energy is called 𝓬𝓮, and it is believed that it is the thing possessing and controlling the savage animatronics. Freddy contains the soul of Gabriel. Bonnie contains the soul of Jeremy. Chica contains the soul of Susie. Foxy contains the soul of Fritz. The children were all killed by William Afton, co-founder of Fazbear Entertainment, and it's no surprise that what they wanted was revenge. So that's what they got.
Sounds like an epic action movie trailer, and they wanted revenge.
Yeah. Can you imagine if the FNAF movie ended up being an action movie?
Couldn't really imagine it being an action movie. What if it was a romance movie?
Oh god, no. No more FNAF shipping, please. William Afton still had a job to do. He had successfully killed off a number of children for whatever reason, but now they possess the animatronics, and they are out to kill him instead. Afton's final job was to get rid of the animatronics, and that is what he did. I'm interested in what way you'd most like to die. I've asked this before, but I'm just interested because everyone's different.
That's a good question. Imagine, like, jumping into the Bermuda Triangle just out of curiosity.
Oh, you can see what's down there, yeah.
What about you?
I actually just wonder what it's like to die in space.
Well, I can imagine it's pretty horrible because there's just be no one there to experience it, and you probably will be gone forever.
I'm pretty sure your body doesn't decompose when you're in space. I could be wrong.
So you'd just be floating away forever.
I guess so. That's hilarious. In the missing children's incident, there was one more child, Cassidy. It is believed that she takes the body of Golden Freddy, an old spring-lock animatronic that glitches through walls and makes people hallucinate. The question that everybody has on their minds, however, is why is Cassidy the most powerful? Why is she the one that can breach through walls and haunt people to a further extent than the other kids? Was she related to William? Or is there something bigger going on here? It is unknown, but on security footage, there was one last entity present that was attacking Afton. It was not wearing a suit like the other four. It was a dead child, a vengeful spirit that would not let go. With the power of 5 spirits, Afton was being haunted, and it led to his death in his Spring Bonnie costume. Philosophical question of the day. You have 5 deadly spirits chasing you, and you're trapped in a room. How do you escape?
Stop dreaming.
Perfect answer, 10 out of 10. Other answers include wake up, stop playing FNAF all the time, and stop believing in God. Was the death of William Afton intentional? No, it wasn't. But it also wasn't his death. The Spring Bonnie costume is a spring lock suit, meaning it's made from spring locks. These locks can activate when water is applied to it, just like how the tears from the crying child was the thing that closed Fredbear's mouth in the bite of 83. The dampness of the abandoned pizzeria room activated the spring locks in Afton's suit, leading to his death? Afton didn't die at all. Remnant is the thing that kept him alive. Blood poured out from the suit, but Remnant made Afton immortal, much like how his son, Michael, became immortal after being injected with Remnant from the scooper. Father and son, in a springlock failure. Father and son, immortal. They aren't exactly immortal, however. The one thing that neutralizes the effects of Remnant is heat. The one thing that can forever kill off William Afton and set the children's souls free is high temperatures.
How high is high? Like water boiling point? 212 degrees Fahrenheit?
You mean 100 degrees Celsius?
Maybe?
Okay, let me go on a little rant here. Why do we need Fahrenheit? Celsius is easy enough to remember. Freezing point, 0. Boiling point, 100.
I guess that makes sense, but I guess we're both just used to the ones in our countries.
It's just a silly way to do it. Like, I also hate the imperial system. How tall is like 6 foot? Why can't you just say like 1.8 meters? I feel like the world would be more connected if everyone measured in the same units.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter.
No, it does. It matters. Rant over. 2023. Freddy Fazbear's No More. Say hello to the place 30 years in the future. This is Fazbear's Fright, a horror attraction containing everything Freddy's. There's boxes of old animatronics, unused suits, packed arcade machines, and a living Spring Bonnie out to attack you. After decades, Afton becomes the identity of Springtrap, gone completely insane. With everyone in their right places, a fire is lit, and the children's souls are set free. Could this be the end of the story?
Time for my rant. There is too many endings.
Yep, just breaking the fourth wall here. FNAF 3 was supposed to be the ending, then 4 happened, and it was all apparently a dream.
Then there was another fire later on, then Ultimate Custom Night happened. I mean, will the games ever really end?
Well, they won't, because in the words of Springtrap, they always come back.
I think it's I always come back.
Perfectionist. The location went up in flames in the year of 2023. However, what is the real story of this fire? Is someone onto William Afton after all of these years? And is it possible that this truly is the ending of everything? Let's get into the theories. Before we do that, 2 things. Firstly, a warning to everyone on the year 2023. We are officially 3 years away, so be on the lookout. Secondly, why did it take people so long to figure out that, oh, Afton isn't dead, let's destroy these pizzerias?
Yeah, that's very true. About 30 years, I guess. William Afton and Henry must be old.
Yeah, and I must say, Will looks pretty good for his age.
Obvious sarcasm is obvious.
The first theory is behind who did it. There's two people we know who could potentially be onto Afton. Firstly is Henry, the other co-founder. After getting his daughter killed by Afton, Henry must be furious. It's possible Afton was charged with a few decades in prison after Henry discovered the truth. Secondly is Michael, his son. He was supposedly working as the night guard in different locations to find his father and get rid of him for what he has done. After all, he did say that he was going to go and find him.
Father, it's me, Michael. I did it. I found it. It was right where you said it would be. They were all there. They didn't recognize me at first, but then they thought I was you. And I found her. I put her back together, just like you asked me to. She's free now. But something is wrong with me. I should be dead, but I'm not. I've been living in shadows. There is only one thing left for me to do now. I'm going to come find you. I'm going to come find you.
Who was behind the fire, Michael or Henry?
Michael. Henry is like 70 at this point. He's got like a walking stick. Can't even see a fire from a few meters away.
You mean a few feet?
Okay, clever clogs. What do you think then?
I do agree that it's probably Michael, because he's got the motive to kill his father in a fire.
Well, we finally agree on something. The final theory might not even be a theory. Did Afton die to the fire? He should have, but it's possible that he escaped the fire. It's not the end, not yet. With the Great Fire of 23, 2 suspects for arson, and a killer who is potentially still out there, murdering others like a monster, this case remains unsolved. Previously on FNAF Unsolved 2023, Freddy Fazbear's No More. Say hello to the place 30 years in the future. This is Fazbear's Fright, a horror attraction containing everything Freddy's. The location went up in flames in the year of 2023. However, what is the real story of this fire? Is someone onto William Afton after all of these years? But it's possible that he escaped the fire. It's not the end. Not yet. Today, on FNAF Unsolved, we explore what happened after the fire of 2023, the scraps and leftovers of Fazbear Entertainment, and the possible true ending of the story. Hello and welcome back to FNAF Unsolved. You know the drill, this is episode 9, and after last episode I didn't think there'd be another, but here we are, taking a look at the ending after the ending. Today I'm being joined by a small YouTuber, small FNAF theorist, but great friend, Inky Ink.
Hi. Yeah, hi. Hi, I'm Inky Ink. I'm also, awkward.
Is that it? Okay.
Sure.
Now tell me, it's taken a while for me to get used to, but why did you change your name from Stinky Ink to Inky Ink?
A couple of reasons, really. Firstly, there's this, printing company called Stinky Ink, and I don't like them. And also, I never really enjoyed being called Stinky, because, like, that's what people would usually shorten it to.
Why were you ever called Stinky Ink? Is it like a high school nickname or something? Is your real name Ink?
Well, first of all, no to the second and third questions, but basically, I needed a Minecraft username, and my dad just looked at a bottle of ink and it was like Stinky Ink, and I was like, I can live with that.
What? That is the most exciting origin story I've ever heard.
Yeah, pretty much.
Anyway, Stinky.
Inky.
Anyway, Inky, we're running low on intro time, so you've got 10 seconds to promote your YouTube channel. Go.
Hi, I'm Inky Ink. I play games. You should watch me play games because they are fun, and I am fun to watch. I don't know. Just subscribe.
Okay, brilliant. Your time is up. His channel will be in the description, along with my website, FNAFUnsolved.com, where you can get all of your needs and stuff. And of course, take part in the weekly FNAF quiz. I'm here to announce a 4th winner today, with the hopes that I'll get an actual good drumroll this time. In 3rd place is Finisterre. In 2nd is Blazing Storm. And the winner of the 4th FNAF quiz is... Yes! Yes! Yes, yes, yes! A good drumroll. Finally!
I moved my keyboard farther up the desk so I could...
I jumped backwards on my bed. Oh, I'm so excited, thank goodness. The winner is... You. You're the winner.
What? I'm the winner? Really? What? I had no clue. Which
Oh...
The drum roll predicted it. It's been fulfilled. The prophecy.
Yeah, I know. Your dream has come true.
Yes.
Anyway, congratulations to you and the runners-up. Remember to take part in this week's quiz for your chance to win a shout-out. Let's begin today's episode. 2023. The Great Fire of 23. Somebody set fire to Fazbear's Fright, the horror attraction, in hope that it would burn the murderer of many kids alive and set free the murdered kids from the old animatronics. It seemed to be successful at first, however, it only did half the job. The murderer was called William Afton, and he had the responsibility over Fazbear Entertainment. After a Springlock failure, he was killed, but brought back to life and immortality through Remnant. The only way he could have gone forever was through the fire, but he managed to escape it. Most of the animatronics went up in flames, except for Ennard, an amalgamation of the Funtime animatronics, the puppet, possessed by Charlie, and of course, Springtrap, possessed by William Afton. The children needed to be freed, and the killer needed to be stopped. The only way to do that is through a second fire.
It's funny to think about how Afton's plan failed due to the elements of the Earth.
Pardon?
Well, he was probably trying to figure out the secret to immortality his whole life, and then the water that caused the Springlock failure basically killed him.
Yeah. Then when he thought he was finally immortal, fire was the thing that stopped him. His plan wasn't exactly very good, was it?
Not at all. For a guy who makes these complex animatronics in his own basement, you'd think he'd consider nature as a threat, right?
Henry and Michael Afton, the two men on Afton's tail, had a plan. They had to gather the remaining pieces of Fazbear Entertainment and get it all in one place, prepared to be destroyed by another fire. It wasn't easy, however. 4 entities were discovered and salvaged. The first was called Molten Freddy. With a body composed of wires and eyes, it was detected as a new form of Ennard after decades. However, a new form of Circus Baby was also found, called Scrap Baby. Bystanders say there was an argument between the Funtime animatronics, and Baby was kicked out. Okay, just for your entertainment, we're gonna read out this argument as if we were schoolgirls fighting over who's prettier or something.
Oh, okay.
You are crowding us.
Be quiet.
You can't tell us what to do anymore.
Yes, I can. You will do everything I tell you to.
We outnumber you.
That doesn't matter, dummy.
We found a way to eject you.
You would be lost without me.
Haha, say goodbye to our friend.
I can put myself back together.
Oh my god, that sounded so ridiculous.
We are the best actors.
Coming to theatres 2020, William was found and salvaged too. However, he also took a different form, one referred to as Scrap Trap. His physical appearance was different, but it could have been a result of the fire. Finally was an animatronic called Lefty. Upon further inspection, he seemed to be part of the Rockstar animatronics, more old Freddy designs, but he also carried the puppet. What was the puppet doing inside of Lefty? The first theory explains it.
Maybe Charlie was like, I don't want to be a stupid scary puppet anymore, so she just hopped into a bear suit and was like, this is better.
Do you think the animatronics have feelings now that the children's souls are possessing them?
I think, judging from the fact that you can hear their screams and terror in the robots, yes. I think they have sad feelings.
You see, I don't think children have feelings.
Moving on.
Blueprints were discovered, and one was titled LEFTE, pronouncing Lefty. The letters stand for lure, encapsulate, fuse, transport, and extract. These are most likely the steps that the robot takes towards protecting the puppet. Why? These blueprints were not made by Afton Robotics, but rather Fazbear Entertainment, meaning Henry was the man responsible for them. He created this animatronic to encapsulate and protect his daughter. A bracelet code was added to the robot, meaning just like the puppet, Lefty could also track Charlie when she was wearing her green bracelet. This would have been such a good idea if Henry just made the robot manual. He could have controlled him with the remote control and just walked his daughter into a fire.
Don't take that out of context.
But like, seriously, what use is putting a robot into another robot? It's like putting a banana in a sock. It's not going to do anything.
Don't take that out of context either.
With the animatronics salvaged and everything together in one place, the team set the building on fire, finally freeing the remaining children's souls and sending William Afton into a never-ending hell.
You played right into our hands. Did you really think that this job just fell out of the sky for you? No. This was a gift for us. You gathered them all together in one place, just like he asked you to. All of those little souls in one place, just for us. A gift. Now we can do what we were created to do and be complete. I will make you proud, Daddy. Watch, listen, and be full.
Connection terminated. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Elizabeth, if you still even remember that name, but I'm afraid you've been misinformed. You are not here to receive a gift, nor have you been called here by the individual you assume, although you have indeed been called. You have all been called here, into a labyrinth of sounds and smells, misdirection and misfortune. A labyrinth with no exit, a maze with no prize. You don't even realize that you are trapped. Your lust for blood has driven you in endless circles, chasing the cries of children in some unseen chamber, always seeming so near, yet somehow out of reach. But you will never find them. None of you will. This is where your story ends. And to you, my brave volunteer, who somehow found this job listing not intended for you. Although there was a way out planned for you, I have a feeling that's not what you want. I have a feeling that you are right where you want to be. I am remaining as well. I am nearby. This place will not be remembered, and the memory of everything that started this can finally begin to fade away, as the agony of every tragedy should. And to you monsters trapped in the corridors, be still, and give up your spirits. They don't belong to you. For most of you, I believe there is peace, and perhaps more, waiting for you after the smoke clears. Although for one of you, the darkest pit of hell has opened to swallow you whole, so don't keep the devil waiting, friend. My daughter, if you can hear me, I knew you would return as well. It's in your nature to protect the innocent. I'm sorry that on that day, the day you were shut out and left to die, no one was there to lift you up into their arms, the way you lifted others into yours. And then, what became of you? I should have known you wouldn't be content to disappear. Not my daughter. I couldn't save you then, so let me save you now. It's time to rest. for you and for those you have carried in your arms. This ends, for all of us, in communication.
Inky, I've asked this twice in this series now, but 3 times a charm. What way would you most want to die?
Is it boring to say peacefully in my sleep?
No.
What about you? You still interested in floating around in space forever?
No, actually, I've done my time with that, and I'm satisfied.
Good, so what now?
Well, imagine trying to eat a saxophone. I laughed halfway through it, but I'm going to keep that in because I just couldn't say it. Yeah.
That's great.
Imagine the sound it would make.
Would it make any sound?
Everything went to plan. The second fire destroyed everything, and Freddy's is gone forever. Is this the real ending to the story? No. What happened to Golden Freddy? His soul was never rested, and his properties are yet to be explained. Find out next week on the final episode of the season. For now, let's look at 2 more theories on the second fire of Freddy Fazbear's. The first theory concerns Scraptrap. We are aware there were multiple Spring Bonnie suits back in 1983. The physical appearance of Scraptrap looks entirely different to that of Springtrap. Some believed that Afton changed suits between the 2 events, but if so, what would have been the purpose of that?
He's just making sure he looks nice for his date at Freddy Fazbear's.
Oh yeah? Date with who?
Fire.
You know, last episode I said no more FNAF shipping. Shipping's for boats, but that I'm alright with.
Do you want a date with Fire?
Sorry, we're not being sponsored by Tinder. Finally, now that everything Freddy related has gone and it's the end of the story, did Michael and Henry continue living? Theorists say they also joined the gang in the fire. Michael is dreadful with a rotting purple body and no family to go back home to, and Henry would be living with the guilt of arson and the creation of Fazbear Entertainment. In the recording, Henry stated that it ends for all of us. Does that mean that Michael and Henry ended their lives too, to end their suffering? It's highly possible, but unconfirmed. With the end of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, the murderer of the uncountable numbers of children, and the unknown whereabouts of Golden Freddy, this case remains unsolved. Today, on the finale of FNAF Unsolved. Is Golden Freddy really who he seems to be? What happened to the crying child and the 5th victim? Welcome to the season finale of FNAF Unsolved. That's crazy. That is crazy. We got through another season. Today's episode is going to work a little bit differently. I've done a live stream with you guys talking about this topic, and you're going to see some clips from it. And we'll talk about what we are going to talk about. And it's very exciting. So let's get straight into it. I'm going to do like a fake FNAF Unsolved. Are you ready for this? This is my impression. This is the first time you guys are seeing me record something like this, okay? Got to do my exercise.
There were 5 kids. Oh, wait. Wait, no. June 26th of an unknown year. If you've noticed, I've said that in literally every single episode of FNAF Unsolved. Today, we talk about the 5th victim. Look at the title, you stupid idiot.
Yeah, I didn't really know what I was doing in this live stream. Everything's a bit cringy, and I don't like it. Oh, and by the way, if you want to watch the full live stream, it will be in the description. First things first. What is Golden Freddy? There's 5 missing children in the missing children's incident of debatably 1985. I've done a whole video on that. There's 5 children, and there's 4 animatronics. And you're like, well, surely they can't possess them because there's only 4 to possess. But then you find out that there is Golden Freddy, okay, who is an old model of Fredbear. He was Fredbear when Fredbear's Family Diner opened, and over the years he's kind of become Golden Freddy, you know. But the thing about Golden Freddy is he is more powerful than all of the other animatronics. He can glitch through walls, he can teleport, he can create hallucinations that say, "It's me." We don't really know who Golden Freddy is. Like, we've picked out people, and nothing really works anymore. Cassidy. Let's talk about Cassidy. Cassidy is a member of the Missing Children's Incident. Now, the thing about Cassidy is Cassidy actually has a meaning as a name. I mean, all names have meanings, but the name Cassidy means curly hair. Very strange detail. Now, that is one person who could be Golden Freddy. The other person it could be is the Crying Child. The reason for this is because who else could he be? He got bitten by Fredbear, who becomes Golden Freddy, because he is a victim, right? He is a victim to Freddy's in general. He is a victim to Freddy's, so he got bitten and potentially is in Golden Freddy. That's another theory. This is so sad. Everyone's asking who is Golden Freddy, but nobody's asking how is Golden Freddy. This is where it starts getting confusing, because we've seen recently in Fazbear Fright's books, I'm doing Fazbear Fright episodes of FNAF Unsolved off of the series, but just an extra detail, like in the Fazbear Fright books, especially in the New Kid and the Stitch Wraith, we've seen that 2 souls can be in one body. So, potentially, these 2 children, the Crying Child and Cassidy, are both Golden Freddy. Okay, I'm just going to say my theory. Let's say you are a person. I mean, everyone's a person with 2 different emotions, right? So let's say this is my happy emotion. This is my, oh, I'm positive, I want to do everything emotion. This is my, oh, I'm so lazy, I hate everything, I hate myself, I don't want to do anything. Like, I'll make a decision in my mind. I'm like, should I go to work today? Yes. You get money. Oh my god, you might get fame. Yeah. And also you have a nice walk, and also you get a discount or something. And then this side of you is going like, no, I want to sleep more. I'm just watching myself and cringing. We've got that, right? We've got like 2 emotions. I feel like Golden Freddy could work like that. Crying Child is on this side like, leave him to rest, he is innocent. And Cassidy is like, no, I cannot leave him to rest. He is not innocent, he killed me. And I'm talking about Ultimate Custom Night here, by the way. Because the one you should not have killed is Golden Freddy. So it's there where you choose whether or not it's Cassidy or it's the bite victim. If you think we play as Mike in Ultimate Custom Night, then the Vengeful Spirit, the one you should not have killed, has to be bite victim. Otherwise,
if you're playing as William Afton, it has to be Cassidy, because because Michael killed his brother, and because William killed Cassidy. So that makes sense. We play as Michael in the main FNAF games, like FNAF 1, where Golden Freddy says, "It's me." Yes, it is him. It is his brother who he killed, and he is guilty for it. He is guilty. He is seeing these hallucinations for it. So that's kind of my theory, and I think Golden Freddy is two people that mess with sinful people, people who've done bad things to them. So that's why, like, in FNAF 1, for example, Golden Freddy can't be at rest because Michael Afton killed his brother. So that's half of Golden Freddy, like, you know, we have to go out there, we have to go, stuff like that. And then the same with Ultimate Custom Night, where Cassie is like, go, Anyway, I'm talking too much.
Yes, Pasto Zone, you are talking too much.
That's the other thing to note. In the new kid, the odd detail about the new kid is Kelsey is the one spring trapped or whatever. And then when they go back, there's a new child in there. And that new child is perceived to have curly hair. So you'd think that's Cassidy, right? I don't know. It's like Golden Freddy is very powerful. And I don't know how powerful a soul is. Like, I don't know if I can charge my phone with it or I can destroy a planet with it, you know? But a soul, like, how powerful is a soul? I don't know. But I know that if you have two souls in one animatronic, that's probably going to cause some mayhem, right? Right? Or am I just overthinking this? But you've also got the possibility of Cassidy equals bite victim. I hate that thought, but it's there. Like, could that be a thing? No idea. No idea. I haven't really thought about that all too much because I hate saying Cassidy Afton. But then again, we got a confirmed name for Golden Freddy, and we don't have a name yet for Crying Child, and maybe Scott is waiting for us to put the two together and go Cassidy equals bite victim. I'm sure though that if that was the case, that Cassidy was the bite victim, that he would have already made a Fazbear Fright story about it to clear it all up.
So unfortunately, that is it. There will be a lot more on Golden Freddy in the final season of FNAF Unsolved. Tell me if you like this format of FNAF Unsolved with the live stream. I will be streaming more in the future, so make sure you check that out. But I guess we should end.
But thank you guys so much for watching this stream. Honestly, thank you guys so much for watching. We've had quite a few viewers, and I'm very happy, and I will do more streams in the future. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later, and with the 5th victim of the missing children's incident and a crying child who probably is Golden Freddy 2, this case remains unsolved. That was so cringe.